Welcome, my constant reader friends. I'm Tad, and this is Tad Reads Books and Stuff. All right, so I'm getting ready for this playoff game. I'm a huge Miami Dolphin fan. That's why I'm wearing this little getup here. Now, let's be honest. We are on our third quarterback. Moser, our best running back, is out of the game. So we don't have a chance in hell to beat the Buffalo Bills today. But I am excited that they did reach the playoffs. So I guess that's one good thing as a fan. But today would be the last game anyways. Also, I did want to point out, I changed the books back here. One of my subscribers and viewers, I don't know if I have permission to give out names or anything, but of course you could look it up on the video, made a comment and said, hey, you should put your J.R. Tolkien Folio Society books, they're so beautiful, on the shelf. And I thought that was a great idea. I did add a couple other Folio Society books here as well. Not all the ones I have. You can check out that video if you want, where I went through my Folio Society books. All right, so let's do a quick update. So far, I am knee-deep now into my Stephen King short story compilation project for 2023. We're starting with Night Shift, and so I'm on The Boogeyman, so I'm about 100 pages in. There's only about 336 pages. It's a short book, but I love these stories. As you know, I did start a Discord channel. I'm going through, just making comments of this on my Discord channel. Please visit it and make some comments if you are reading along with me, or if you're interested in this book or love some of the stories, anything like that. So we're going through that. I'm still reading Crooked Kingdom. Oh my goodness. I'm part 6. I'm on the last part, so I've got about 100 pages left. Still reading it. Why am I still reading it? Well, because I got into reading Children of Time by Adrian Tchaikovsky. I finished this. Easy read. Couldn't put it down. But we're going to discuss it. If you see my thumbnail, then you kind of already know what I feel about the book. We're going to discuss this today because it was finished. Now, I have not forgotten. I am still going to do my top 10 reads of 2022. I believe I'll probably just do that video next. I'm also doing a buddy read with Graz. You can check out that video as well. We're reading Saga. But let's get into this. So, Children of Time, Adrian Tchaikovsky. Let's do the numbers real quick. It was published originally in June of 2015. My version has 600 pages in the story. And on Goodreads, it's a 4.29. So really good ratings on Goodreads. It did win. So it won the Arthur C. Clarke Award. And I don't know how. I'm just going to be honest right up front. You see my thumbnail. I didn't love this book. But what is it? So one of the problems is that this is a hard sci-fi novel. Hard sci-fi, realistic science and technology in the future, things like that. I have a problem with it because, now, yes, it's fiction. So you have to do some type of suspension of reality when you read sci-fi or fantasy. Well, pretty much any fiction, right? And I try to do that. I'm usually pretty good at that, I think. That's why I enjoy these books. But, man, the science in this, I'm no scientist. I'm not. But they're just some things that just totally are not realistic in anybody's imagination. There is cryogenic sleep in here, where they freeze the person, but then they wake them up, then they freeze them again, then they wake them up, then they freeze them again, going on for thousands and thousands of years. Totally, never going to happen. I'm sorry, sci-fi fans. It's never going to happen. This is really it's a reflection, a mirror of our society, which definitely happens in science fiction for sure. And I normally enjoy that. But this book, all right, here's the problem. It's easy to read, so you fly through it. I couldn't put it down, but it split my brain in half. Just whoop, right down the middle, split my brain in half. My artistic side of my brain was reading one book, and my analogical, logical side of my brain was reading another book. One was interesting, one was not interesting. Yeah, so if you are a hard sci-fi reader, I think that's what happened. I think people loved this book, even though for me, the science just threw me out, a lot of it. We'll get in. I mean, what is it? Okay, yeah, you're sitting there. Come on, Ted. What the hell is this book about? So basically, it's a mirror of our society. In the future, of course, mankind has destroyed Earth, and we have to venture off into the stars. Nothing new. We have one scientist, Vrana Kern is her name. She's in a ship, and one of her jobs is to find planets that may be able to be inhabitable in the future with some help by humans, so we can find another world to live on. So she does this terraforming experiment on this planet. But what she does is she sends down this, it's like a nanovirus that has an AI built in it. So it's an intelligent nanovirus that is going to help terraform this planet exponentially faster than normal. The goal is for this nanovirus to infect monkeys, and so that the primates will evolve, so it's evolutionary science, into maybe men? I don't know. But something goes awry, and this nanovirus does not take with the monkeys, the primates, and they die off. But this nanovirus affects different creatures on this planet at different levels, but the highest level are spiders. So the spiders start to evolve exponentially, and the evolution is basically, again, a mirror of our society, although in arachnids, in spiders. So that was totally unbelievable as well, because you're taking brains with 60,000 neurons or whatever, and then evolutionarily going to 600,000 and on and on. Not really realistic for me, but again, it's a reflection. It's a mirror of our society. So you can see where it's going. They evolve, they get smarter, they even develop a religion, they develop industry, they learn to take over the ants, who are their biggest competitors, big ant and spider wars, things like that. All right, so this is happening on that planet, and Kern is in this ship that is basically a satellite, or just staying around this world, and she's studying the evolutionary progress of this world, but in bits and pieces, because we're talking thousands of years. So again, she goes to sleep, but while she's asleep, her AI on her ship, the computer, kind of takes her over. It's a little convoluted there. She goes crazy, of course. Then we have the humans. There are humans that have escaped, the dying Earth, and they're on a generational ship. This generational ship, of course, is going through space, again, thousands of years at a time. People are in cryogenic sleep. They get woken up intermittently here and there. 1,000 years, then they get woken up, and it's unrealistic. That ship's called the Gilgamesh. I didn't like the science. I did like, on my analytical side of my brain, my logical side of my brain, I did like the mirror society, the contemplation of evolution, and what would have happened on Earth. Why did mammals become the evolutionary top of the food chain? What if it was on another planet, it was spiders, arachnids, or even you're seeing this a lot in science fiction. Different planets are not necessarily going to have humans that evolve. They're going to have other creatures. Reed and Andy Weir is, I think, does a better job, I'm sorry, than this. All right, the story. The story's okay, but again, now we're talking about my artistic side of my brain. I didn't enjoy it. It was alternating chapters. So we went from the humans on the Gilgamesh chapter, and then you went to the planet, the terraforming planet, and then you went back. Each chapter, bam, 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 bam. I understand that. A lot of times, you'll have books, especially fantasy books, where you have different storylines going around, and they jump around the different chapters, and eventually they come together. It does it in this book, but for some reason, it kind of threw me out by it being so quick. Because it's such an easy read, it was just kind of disjointing for me to boom, boom, boom. I'm just getting into the story, boom. I'm just getting into this story, boom. Go back and forth, back and forth. I mean, beat me up in the comments, please. If you love this story, I'm sure there are pretty much everything that I've looked or researched, people love this book. I mean, it won the Arthur C. Clarke Award. I don't know. I didn't. Maybe I'm not intelligent enough to where that logical side of my brain just loved the story, or that my artistic side of my brain loved the story. I didn't at all. There was no character development. There was no reason for me to care about any character, the arachnids, the spiders, Dr. Kern, the Gilgamesh, the people. I didn't care about any of them. I don't know what am I gonna do? Now, me being a completionist, I'm wondering if I should get the other books. Now there are 3 books out. The third one, I guess, recently just came out. The second book is Children of Ruin, and the third book now is Children of Memory. From what I understand, because I don't like to research books too much before I read them, the second book, Children of Ruin, it's not a direct sequel to this. It is, but it ventures off to another planet. I've heard that there are some more horror elements in that book, so that might intrigue me to read that. But should I? I mean, I really just didn't really like this book. I didn't hate it. I gave it a 3 rating, but I don't know. This is my first Adrian Tchaikovsky book. He's written many books, and people love him. I just didn't really like this novel. But should I continue with Children of Ruin and now Children of Memory, which I'm just assuming is even another story in this kind of universe that Adrian has set up. His writing is fine. The speed was fine. I went right through it. I couldn't put it down. So there's no problem with that. It was just, I don't know. The story didn't grab me. I didn't love it like everybody apparently does. I did see that Broken Binding has done a exclusive, like, special printing of this in hardback, and they are crazy beautiful. The edges are painted and designed. They're so nice. I might have to get them and continue with this series. I don't know. I will say it's made me want to read this even more. Earth Clan by David Brin. They even call it uplifting. This is the uplift. Well, it says this has 2 books in it: Startide Rising and Uplift War. So the process that Vanna Kern, the scientist, uses is uplift for this terraforming of this world. So that's in there, and also even the ship that she is on, that is just, you know, in a satellite orbit around this new planet, is called the Brin as well. So maybe he used this series to inform him in this idea for the story. I don't know, but we will see. Should I keep reading it? Let me know in the comments. I know I'm gonna probably get bashed because everybody loved this except me. All right, guys, I will do the top 10 of 2022 next. And again, as always, if you found any entertaining value in this video, probably not because everybody loves this, please like, subscribe, make comments. I love them, and I'll see you later. Peace out.